final tally of sword wounds he received in this battle was no less than 267. The number of gunshot wounds, 152. He was struck by cannonballs 46 times. And yet, if you were to look upon the proud back of this great man, you would see that in this battle, and indeed his entire life as a pirate, it remained unmarred by any sign of retreat.
Hello, how are you? I'm under the water. Please help me. You're too much raining.
Whitebeard died, but do you believe he lost? Oda, the author of One Piece, once again had a masterpiece in this scene. The overall portrayal of these two characters, their contrast, their result, their final moments, are much deeper than you'd think. In their own respective ways, both of these characters are models to follow.
The era when pirates dream of treasure will come to an end? Yeah, right!
What are you talking about?
The dreams of pirates will never end!
But for 99% of people watching this video, you're very likely to fall into the category of having a good heart with good morals. For in which case you cannot follow Blackbeard, for he lacks all of these morals. But let's take a look at Whitebeard. Up until his very final moment, Whitebeard seemed to be overpowering Blackbeard. The reason that he stood in the battlefield taller than anybody else and died standing was thanks to a theme that I cover often on my channel: conviction. Whitebeard did not die with a frown on his face, and that's because he died chasing the dream that he was after. Unlike many other pirates, he wasn't looking for gold in his journey, nor to become notorious and famous. He wanted something very different to any other pirate that we see in One Piece. He didn't even care for the One Piece in general. What Whitebeard wanted was a family. And it is apparent that he achieved this dream of his when he's standing on the other side of the fissure on the floor, and his whole family and crew are behind him watching their captain, their father, harboring nothing but respect, love and loyalty for this figure, Whitebeard. But you may say that at the end of the day, it didn't matter because Blackbeard won and Whitebeard died. But this is a very shallow and physical way of looking at life, when in fact we already know that life is nothing but experience. You may be the richest person in the world, but still be depressed. And I may be the most broke person in the world, but be very happy. We see these examples in real life. So as you see these examples in real life, doesn't that already question the entire reality that is physical for you? It doesn't matter so much so what we do in our life, but how we feel about it. Not necessarily coming from an angle of less is better, because that's not really it. But your heart and your soul is better. How you carry yourself forward and the things that you choose upon yourself is what's going to change this outlook on life for you. Little disclaimer, sorry for being shirtless, it's hot as fuck over here.
I am deeply grateful. Goodbye, my sons.
As an accomplished man, Whitebeard in his final moments looks at a lot more peace even though he's wounded than Blackbeard. Blackbeard, super fresh into the battle, he's still struggling even though he's negating his powers. He's still stressed out and nervous. This is the sign of a man that's maybe not confident and maybe not doing the right thing for themselves. Whitebeard, literally in his last breaths, is much more composed. Is this just because he's stoic and a super great figure and character of the anime? No. It is because he is dying with an accomplished dream. He has done everything that he wanted in his life. So he's accomplished. He's fine. When you're chasing your future, you're chasing your destiny, the whole universe conspires to help you. And in this fulfillment that you will find as you traverse through the hardships that you will encounter, the thorns in your path, you will eventually get to the roses and the blooming field of flowers that are awaiting on the other side of this dream of yours. Let me pose you a question. Would you rather, let's say that your dream is to be a musician, would you rather have lived a life where you die at maybe 40, maybe 50 years old, right? Quite young compared to the average human lifespan nowadays. But you've achieved everything that you wanted to achieve. Look at Michael Jackson. He died in his 50s, but he's the most renowned global super pop star ever. Would you, in his shoes, perhaps with a similar dream, would have rather to have that kind of lifestyle where you've chased it with all of your might and all of your efforts, and you know, at least die trying, whether you actually get there or not, you're dying doing the thing that you want to do, right? This is why you're doing it, you want to do it. Or would you rather choose a life where you just choose a easy way out? You're like, baka, dreams are dead. There's no point of it anymore. I'm just going to play the safe thing. I'm grown up. I am not childish. And so you lock into a job that you accept, right? You may not like it, but you accept it. In a lifestyle that you accept. With a people and crowd that you accept. A partner that you accept. Nothing that you truly wanted in your life. Well, you know, you may be right. Maybe you're not childish or maybe you are grown up. But you know what else you are? A coward. Somebody that didn't chase after their purpose. Somebody that didn't chase after their dream, after their mission. A despicable person that doesn't listen to their heart. Your heart is always there in the back, giving you these voices, these whispers like, come on, do this, do that. It is in the form of guilt at times. It is in the form of omens in the universe. Right? Everything is trying to help you for you to achieve these things, but you're a coward and you step away from it. You could say that I formulated this question in an unfair way and that there's obviously just one answer available. But you know, choose whichever you want at the end of the day. I can't say that I'm giving it 100% now, so I don't want to be a hypocrite. But I'm sure I'm trying quite hard to speak about the things that I believe in, to create the things that I want to create. To do whatever endeavor I go after. And if you take the approach of a coward, there will be plenty of excuses for you. But if you're looking with a little bit more, you will do your best to put those excuses to the side. And no matter the situation, still try your best to move forward. And I believe that you can do it. And I hope that you start believing in yourself a little more. But to get back to topic a little bit, Whitebeard died respected and admired, even by Blackbeard himself. And Blackbeard, just like the name entails, literally the antithesis of Whitebeard, lives on hated, feared, as a figure that nobody wants to be like. Their own crew don't even work together because of camaraderie or anything, just because they have similar goals. But you know, Blackbeard will claw his way to the top. I mean, he already is a yonko. And you may see this in your own life. People that you think are evil or do things in a way that you deem like wrong ways, unethical, lacking compassion or whatever. But remember what Whitebeard said.
The man that Gold D. Roger was waiting for. It's not you, Teach. Not a damn chance. Huh?
In the end, light will always win. As long as you don't let your light be absorbed by the darkness, you are undefeatable. And this is light that you have inside. Light that you are capable of. And the power of goodness will prevail. If you feel like you have ulterior motives for something greater, Whitebeard was saying it himself. If not today, then in the future, your will be carried over to the next person. But this can be taken in the form of a different kind of philosophy. We cannot just hope and wait for somebody else to be our hero. We need to at least try. You directly change the world by behaving in a different way. If you wish to see more light, you need to be light yourself. Do not turn over to the dark side, because Blackbeard will not win. And perhaps Whitebeard lost this battle, but be it through himself or through somebody else, his will win the war. A family? What kind of pirate wants that? What about treasures? What about this? Well, I'll tell you what kind of pirate. One of the most formidable characters in One Piece. Somebody that we all admire, and somebody that's very respectable. I love this character, and this scene to me was a powerful one. So I wanted to make a video. I've made one before, but I wanted to... Anyway. Hope you liked it. I love you. Thank you for watching. Strive to be 1% better every day, and much love.